Welcome back to the Juniper Veil. Today, I think I'm going to do a Celtic cross as seen in the instructions for the Endless Tarot. Um, yeah, I've never actually done a Celtic cross before, so this will be fun. What I'm going to ask is, I have a few topics, and I'm trying to think about what exactly it is I want to read on, because the Celtic cross, it's common tarot spread. There's a lot involved with it in the sense of what each card represents. So I want to think about a situation that has some challenges. What are the influences? What's going to happen in the near future? The environment, any advice or guidance in the outcome of the situation. So I guess what I'm going to try to do is I want to read on the safety of the United States for the next 3 months. So say January, February, March of 2026. Today is December 14th. It's a Sunday, 2025. And I'm going to see how that goes. I may also use the yes, no, not yet Oracle cards as well. Hopefully I can do a couple of videos today as I have some time, which is nice. And also looking forward to the break for the holiday as I do get some time off, which is nice. I thought maybe I would like to try a live just because I know a lot of readers are taking time off for the holidays. So maybe I'd like to do a little live myself. Whether anybody would know that I'm doing it, I don't know. I don't have that many subscribers, so which is fine. Um, so who knows? I might just end up making, it'll become another video that I can just have posted. So that's good. Um, let's see. I just want to make sure these are all right side up. They should be. They look about it. Again, these cards are really nice. They're called the Endless Tarot by Eric Maile. 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 Um, so let's get started. I want to think about the safety of the United States for January, February, March of 2026. And I'm specifically thinking about things happening on American soil within the 50 states. Um, there is some concern. Some readers have seen, or some intuitives have seen things happening possibly in the United States, things like a terrorist attack. I don't know. So I'm going to pull these cards and look at the first 3 months of 2026. So I'm definitely thinking about the safety when it comes to attacks on the American people. I don't want to take any cards yet that fell out. Still shuffling. I still want to do a lot more shuffling. These cards are really easy to shuffle. It's very nice. I'm not going to do reversals because I may have accidentally just reversed a whole bunch of cards, but I'm not going to read them as reversals. I'm just going to read them how, if I pull it out and it's a reversal, I'm not going to read it that way. I'm just going to read them upright, as I did not mean to shuffle them that way. And right now with these cards, it's easier for me to not read reversals. All right, so Celtic Cross has quite a few cards. Hopefully I have the space for it. These cards work really well. If you've seen my previous video, or 2 videos ago, I can't remember which one, where they work great as a panorama because when you line them up together, they show a scene. It's very nice. Okay, so let's get going here. What is how does it look for the safety of the United States for the first 3 months of 2026 on American soil. So the safety of the United States. So my first card that I'm going to pull is the Ten of Cups. That looks like a nice card. That's a card of inheritance, I believe. It's the ending of the cups. Cups could give you a lot of prosperity. I think inheritance is it the Ten of Cups or the Pentacles? I'm not sure. So this is the card that represents the heart of the situation. We're looking at happy home, family, and community. So that to me says that we will be safe. We're looking at emotional well-being. So that's good. So I think emotionally we will be pretty safe. Um, Relationships might be good. So we might see something happen within the first 3 months of the year 2026, or even this December of this year, that kind of puts the US in this feeling a bit more happy at home, and maybe even a more happy emotional well-being. So that's interesting. um, but what's going to be the challenge in this situation is the Six of Swords. So here we have this is our guy in our boat. And what's interesting about different decks, when I see the Six of Swords, you see how the swords are sort of in the boat. Some decks, the boat is flowing very nicely. This one, it kind of looks like it's going to sink. He's not in the boat. So he's trying to get to safer waters. So I think the Six of Swords in different decks has very interesting meanings. So there is going to be a transition. We do have mental healing, which is nice for the Six of Swords. So we're moving away and we're moving on. And that's going to be the challenge. So if the overall card, the heart of the situation is sort of like happy families, the situation is we're still going to have to move on from that in a way, or moving on from emotional well-being. So that's very interesting. So I'm curious to see how the rest of the cards will come from that. I mean, this also could mean that we're moving on from any painful trauma that we had, which is good. So we'll see. Because the next card represents our conscious influences. And this is the Two of Cups. We have our two little birdies. The cups in this picture are the bird baths, right? So we got two birds there. They're sitting at the bird bath. It looks pretty serene and relaxing. So right now, our influence, let me move this around. Our influence, let's see, represents the conscious influence of our situation is the Two of Cups. So we do have that Ten of Cups, happy families, emotional happiness. The Two of Cups is togetherness. So that's going to be a conscious influence on us is togetherness. So we're coming together. So that's going to be very good. If we want to make sure that we are happy emotionally, I think this means that the American people will need to come together. Maybe we will have, I don't know, maybe people will connect during these holiday season and have a much better connection with our families than we have in the past. I think people may be tired of the situation going on in the United States and more likely to come together and see that we're all struggling. Our next card is these subconscious influences. And that's the Three of Swords. Gets a little cut off on the bottom. Let me put this up a little. So this Three of Swords, usually in a lot of decks, it's like that heart with the swords in it. Here we see this figure sort of kneeling at this pile of rocks. that has swords in it, and it looks like the town or the kingdom is beyond those swords, and he can't get there, he or she. So subconsciously, maybe we do have that heartbreak or that feeling of a wall, right, between each other. This could be between our families, our friends, or just other people that we live around, or even the American people as a whole probably have this feeling of this wall that's up. So subconsciously, we're still worried about that kind of wall, right? The us versus them that the media and the administration likes to put us through, likes to make us think that there are two sides and we're for them or against them, when in actuality, it's not that simple. Um, and I think the American people as a whole do care about each other. Our next card represents our past influence. So our past influence was the moon, secrets, right? So this moon lights up the path, right? So it could also be an uncovering of secrets. So there are secrets that I think if you ask the typical American Joe and Jane, they would probably tell you that there's a lot of secrets being kept from us within, especially this administration. But even before this administration, a lot of people didn't trust the government. So there's a lot of this sense of the secrets and behind did cause a lot of distrust. And that was caused a lot of mistrust between the groups, very easily to say us versus them, very easy to pit people against each other. But I think that us versus them plan was in the past as represented by the moon. And I think that's going to change. Next, we have the near future. So, what is going to happen in the near future? We have the Six of Pentacles. So, what you can see here is very interesting because we have these scales. So, you can think of that, pentacles are like money. You can also think of it as kind of knowledge. But what's I like about these scales, it also reminds me of justice. So, there's a few things going on here. You see these people coming up asking for the pentacles, and they are being given the pentacles, and they are these people that are walking away. They've gathered that. So that makes me think possibly a better economy, or people are getting what they should be receiving in the sense of knowledge and maybe in the sense of money. So hopefully, what I hopefully feel what this card represents is justice. The people are getting the justice that they deserve. And I also hope that it means things like the health subsidies. I hope people are getting their subsidies, people are getting their social security. These are all things, being given. These people that are giving these out, they're up on that staircase. So that makes me think that they are some type of officials. Um, So they are giving out to the people what they rightfully should have. That's how I see that card. And for the near future, that gives me hope because that is something that people need. So maybe within the first 3 months, we'll definitely have a change in this idea of, subsidies that people are supposed to have for their health care, their social security disability benefits that they're supposed to have. Like, this isn't up for debate. These people paid into the system. This is what the system is for. They're supposed to get this. So I'm hoping that that is what that card means. So this card represents how you see yourself. So card number 7, how does the US, the population of the US, the people of the US, how do they see themselves? They see themselves as the Seven of Cups. Oh, this is a neat card. This is the first time I've actually seen this one. So hey, we have a multi-armed person, looks like a god, right? Holding all these cups. We have someone looking up at them, and there's see all those columns? They're like in the ruin, right? Of all those columns. And those columns could be thought of as like the past, could be thought of structures of the past that have been broken down. This is so interesting. This multi-armed person, it's like a god, but it's also green. It's like an alien. So that's really interesting. But they have, they have like jewelry with them. They are adorned. Oh, this is very interesting. Let me read a little bit about the Seven of Cups just to see how this all flows together in my mind, right? Illusion, unclear choices, wishful thinking. Oh, yes. Okay. So I remember now the Seven of Cups, you get all those different choices, but the choices doesn't mean it's all good. Doesn't mean it's all bad either. So right now, I think the country sees themselves as having wishful thinking. We want things to be better. We're hoping for an end to the administration. We're hoping that we get the benefits that we paid into. We're hoping for a lot of things because there's a lot of crazy stuff going on. So I think a lot of people right now just don't know what to do. Um, maybe they feel like they have options. Maybe they feel like they don't have options. Maybe all the options seem hard to either reach or hard to choose, or like they're not even really there. Like it doesn't make sense. Is this real? Right? What is going on? Is this real? So I think that's what people are feeling. They're feeling disillusioned. And they are unclear about how they should move forward. The environment, the current environment in the United States, we are looking at the emperor. So that's very interesting. Uh, all right, here we have a ram, right? The ram is someone who just pushes things forward. Whether it's good or bad, they're going to get their way. I mean, that's Trump. Like that's so clear to me what this says. Right now, our environment is this person in charge who thinks they're a king and they're just going to do whatever they want. And that's why the people are disillusioned. They don't know how to get past this. They don't know what their choices are. They know what they need and they know what they don't want, but they don't know how to make anything happen because they feel stuck. And they feel stuck because of this emperor who thinks they're in charge of everything. So what is the advice or guidance for the American people? Justice. We have to believe that there will be justice. We have to believe that there will be justice. This is the hope for us. I think this card is saying, in these first 3 months, we have to believe more in that there will be justice, even though it feels as though there's never justice. The emperor always gets his way. The emperor never has to, um, what's the word I'm looking for? He doesn't have to answer for anything. He gets away with everything. He's so lucky, but he chose a bad path. So for us, that makes all of the rest of us feel very unlucky. He always seems to get away. But this is the advice. Do not worry. We will see justice. How we want to see justice, I don't know if we get to see justice exactly the way we want to see it, but there will be justice. Let me move these cards down just a little bit. because our last card represents the outcome of our situation. And the outcome of our situation is the Empress. Ooh, the Empress. The Empress is loving. The Empress is rebirth. You see that like the wheat field, right? Feeding of the people, nourishment. We have, I think those are pomegranates. Also like nourishment, right? Let me trying to figure out. I think that's just another tree with more fruit or more pomegranates in the back. I'm not sure. We have some beautiful stars in the sky. So things are going to get better. People are going to be nourished. People are going to be taken care of. I don't know if the Empress in this specific reading is a specific person, or whether it's just an overall don't worry, things are going to get better. I think that this is good, especially since I asked for the first 3 months. I was asking about safety. I was asking about, are we going to be attacked on American soil? That's not what I got. I didn't get any ideas of being attacked. What I got was, are we emotionally going to be safe? And we are. We are emotionally going to be safe. We're going to end up being safe physically. And also money wise. I mean, it's not like everybody's going to be rich all of a sudden, but things are going to turn around for us. The Six of Pentacles, this giving is very good. Um, it's hard. We feel sort of trapped, like we can't go forward. We don't know what to do. We're disillusioned. The Emperor is in our way, but we're going to have justice. And after justice, we're going to have nourishment. We're going to make it through this. I think that one of the best things that this spread is telling us is that we are going to do this as long as we come together as a whole. So it's very, easy, that us versus them sort of way to tear us apart, to make us want to fight each other so that we don't look at all the secrets. Um, so what this is saying is, care for your family, care for your neighbor. It's very easy to want to be mad at someone because of the way that they voted, or the things that they stand for, or things that they've said to you or others or the public. And that's completely understandable because we're just human, right? But we have to come together if we're going to defeat the Emperor. We have to come together if we're going to defeat the Emperor and get justice. And then we can continue to help each other. Things are going to get better. Help each other, Pentacles, get what we deserve. So I think this is a good reading, because it doesn't sugarcoat anything. This says, the past, the present, the future, what we need to do. So I hope this helps people and also helps us to understand how badly we need to work together. I think a lot of my readings have shown that, how badly we have to work together, to get through this. So I hope that does stick out, and it's understandable as to why. All right. So thank you, everybody. I'll probably do hopefully a few more videos today, but I won't release them all today. I'm going to release this one today. Yes. So thank you for watching the video. I hope you watched it all the way through, because I think it's a very good story that this tells, and it's very good advice for us. And like and subscribe if you'd like. Thank you. They're both free. And let me know if you have any comments. Thank you.